Greetings, I the War Owl greets you, and I'm going to be showing you here once again another 5 vs 5 Counter-Strike Global Offensive match, and this one's going to be between the Ninjas in Pajamas and VeryGames. This is from DreamHack, Winter 2013. This is the most anticipated game of this series. These two teams, both of which have had an ongoing rivalry throughout the life of this game. Ninjas in Pajamas starting off strong in the start of this game, was completely undefeated. VeryGames couldn't even dent them. Then VeryGames started to win. Now is the time for Ninjas in Pajamas to get their redemption. This is it, a best of 3 series here. And looks like Terrorists are going to be pushing through middle, doing a mid to B. They both try to push B, but Forrest is in position. Forrest, the famous pistoler. And they do go down, so Terrorists do take bomb site B. They try to do a split B. Both of their players inside of the tunnels did go down. Alright, Get Right already in position, does take out the bomb carrier. Going to be a difficult game here for Scream. He's got 3 guys to deal with, and he does not have bomb control, and Exist picks up the last frag there. Great job by Forrest holding off B tunnels. Alright, and that'll give Ninjas in Pajamas 1 point right off the bat. Huge start to this thing, and generally second round. Oh, but they are going to be doing it here. VeryGames doing an P250 armor. This is like a new thing that is growing. Everyone's using it now. Second round, you do this P250 armor buy, and this forces the counter-terrorists to have to buy weapons to deal with this. Flaren here, who's trying to get an AWP, he is the AWPer on Dust2. Will be just P250ing himself, so he's actually at even with these terrorists. 2 of them are left. Get Right, though, is in position with that M4 and just mows the rest of them down. 3 frags. And VeryGames only picked up 1 frag that time off of Exist, so it most definitely was not worth it. So this round will be a full save, and then next round they will be able to buy. Now, the reason people do that is you're going to have to save anyway, might as well go for the win. However, a lot of teams will decide to save fully and then be able to do a full buy on that 3rd round if they get a bomb plant or something like that. However, VeryGames taking the more risky route, and Ninjas in Pajamas buying just in case they did that. And it's a smart thing that they did. VeryGames has been using that strategy in nearly every single game where they've lost pistol round. So Ninjas in Pajamas definitely prepared for that. Flaren has his AWP now 3rd round against pistolers. That's a little bit dangerous. Sometimes players will wait until the next round will get when you're playing against buying players. That AWP is so expensive that those pistolers were able to steal it. They would just run away and save that thing. Alright, here is VeryGames to hold off at B. They're actually playing 2 players B right now. We have Forrest up inside of the window. Terrorists all inside of B tunnels is not where they want to be right now. We do have Existence trying to push at short, and VeryGames holding it off. They're getting ready to push. Existence just went down, and now VeryGames has got to take these players down using the burst fire on that FAMAS, taking down 3 players with headshots. They are, of course, saving players, and yes, a lot of players use that burst fire for longer distances instead of trying to control the spray on that thing. Spray pattern on a FAMAS is sort of like a snake. It goes up to the left and to the right, but it goes left and right fast enough that it'll draw an S before it reaches the top of the spray pattern, unlike the other weapons, which draw a T pattern. Alright, VeryGames now will be buying. We have Smith Z watching middle with this AWP. Flaren pushing at short with this AWP. Almost got picked by Existence. Forrest pushing as well at middle. Ninjas in Pajamas trying to be very aggressive and take mid control, which is something that counter-terrorists sometimes try to do here on Dust2. However, it did cost them a player, so they're going to have to try and reposition to deal with anything that could come here from VeryGames. 5 players. B is completely exposed, so they've decided to leave B exposed so that they can hold down A and mid at the same time. Actually, looks like VeryGames going back into B. 3 players getting ready to push it. So, Terra's going to be doing a mid to B once again. We have 1 player mid, 1 player inside of B. Waiting for him. Now the rotate should be called. VeryGames is getting shots. He's just trying to hold that sight down, and they completely do not try to go through middle. Instead, we'll all go through the tunnels. We'll have position B, and this will put counter-terrorists in a scary position. 3 versus 5 retake. They might want to not try to retake this. This is not a very easy thing to do. It's doable, But at the same time, you have 5 players inside of B, and they will be saving here. 5 players inside of B, holding it down. It is a fortress. B is a very difficult site to retake on this map. Alright, counter terrorists will be hiding at the pit. Looks like terrorists are moving out trying to grab some frags. And they really don't have a lot to lose at this point. Every gun they can pull is great for them because they're going to win this round. They're going to definitely buy next round. If they were able to grab a few frags, it may have forced Ninjas in Pajamas into a save. And I think they will buy, though. We have 2. Yes, they will be buying. 2 players did have money there, and the 3 players saving their weapons. So Ninjas in Pajamas, not too hurt by that. Did lose 1 point. Let's check out how they set up CT side now that that happened. And they are putting less players at B, which is interesting. They're not trying to push at middle again, and Freeburg goes down. Oh, no. Smith Z takes a pick off of Freeburg through the door there. Alright, Exist falls back to watch B now. Terra's probably going to try this B take once again. We have Faflaren with an op very far forward here at long A. Smoking it off, that'll prevent the player from pushing, and then they're going to rotate and set themselves up to rotate to B. But we do have players pushing at short A now. Maybe trying to go for picks. Here is Faflaren. In wait. And terrorists, you know, they're trying to go for picks. They're checking all the obvious spots. And getting a good vantage. Sees them. Knows that they're there. Will be falling back. Terrorists now will be deciding to push out. Will be taking bomb site A. Counter-terrorists are not in a good position to deal with this. It's all up to Faflaren here. Oh, and he goes down. Oh, but Forrest is now in position. It looks like he's just going to be watching the cross at this point. That smoke was not perfect, so they will see them jump through that smoke and could mow them down. Terrorists, because of that, are not going to be crossing. 2 of them holding at long. That bomb did get across, though. So, once again, we have 3 counter-terrorists left deciding not to do a retake. Ninjas in Pajamas giving another point here to VeryGames. Not going to be going for it, and it looks like, I wonder if they're going to be able to purchase weapons next round. And it looks like it, because Exist and Faflaren should be able to buy. So Exist should throw his weapon to Freeburg, and then Faflaren will buy himself. And boom. Another point to VeryGames there, 2 points up now. Keep in mind, Dust2, VeryGames wants to be shooting for about 8 points on T side. They want a good chance of winning this game. So we have an auto sniper on the field now. Counter-terrorists buying again. So this is Ninjas in Pajamas just lost 2 rounds in a row, but they're still able to buy. Very good use of that money. Not trying to retake a site when they aren't 100% going to be retaking it and going to be successful in that. Instead, will be playing the economy game and giving themselves as many chances as possible to get as many points as possible. It seems like they're playing like a rock, paper, scissors game where okay, this is what they're going to try to do. We're going to try to counter it. And if it doesn't work, let's just all fall back and then we'll try something next round. And so far, they've lost 2 points, but they have been able to buy in this 3rd round, so the economy strategy is working. And that was a nice position by Faflaren playing short here. Sees the player again, and again misses a shot. We've seen a lot of missed shots from Faflaren with this AWP. AWP is not a weapon you want to miss with. You miss with it, you're usually just dead. Alright, terrorists are setting up to take bomb site A. You have 1 player at long to hold them off. That is Get Right with the auto sniper. Smith Z now in position, trying to pick Get Right with that AWP. Get Right moves back into position to hold off short. There's another frag, and 1 player left at long. Get Right knows it because of that flash. And Exist is in position to help deal with this, but Get Right's got his scope. Does go down. Oh my. 1 player left. Look like he is going to be trying to cross here. Oh, gets another frag. Smith Z with the AWP. Counter-terrorists rotating to do something about this. Forrest comes in from the other side. I think he's going to get this bomb plant. Freeburg could jump. And Forrest comes from long and grabs the frag. Ninjas in Pajamas takes another point, putting themselves back into this game. And, of course, terrorists will be able to buy. They just won 2 rounds in a row. They've got tons of money. Money, money, money. And we'll have another buy versus buy. These teams are playing very well and very good control of their economy. We still have the auto sniper up on Get Right. He was able to hold off long by himself. Oh, there's a pick by Faflaren. Takes out NBK through the middle. That's a huge pain to VeryGames right at the start. So defensive smoke is down. Players can't just push into B. They pull down lower B, trying to take mid position, and they'll decide where to go from there. VeryGames runs into B, and if there isn't a defensive smoke, they'll charge in there, but because there's a defensive smoke, they just fall back and try to take mid control, wait for all the smokes to clear so that they can make their move. Of course, at this point, Ninjas in Pajamas has been playing very aggressively. They might want to think about just playing it a little bit safer and trying to wait for Ninjas in Pajamas to make that mistake. All right, here's Freeberg. Walking around here, waiting for these players to push. Those are some interesting smokes to allow these chairs to get into the site. They are in position now. They check the little side corner, but they don't know about Freeberg. On the right here, moves to left box. Very good positioning. And good spray through that wall as well. He gives himself away by spraying there. And he was taken down by Smith Z with an op through the smoke. Counter terrorists moving to retake this thing. 3 versus 2. This is a situation where they are going to go for this. Get right. He's got his P2000 out. Is he going for the frag with this thing? And he is! What is going on here? That's why you don't charge with the P2000. Now it's just Faflaren left 1 versus 2. That was a very strange thing to do. Might have even tried to do auto shotty. 10 seconds left. And Smithy will be planting. This is a chance for Faflaren to take out the other terrorist. Instead, he goes for the planting player, who, of course, would not be showing himself. That error may have just cost them a point as well. 2 giant arrows here from Ninjas in Pajamas. Oh, no. They know exactly where he is. And he does go down. What I was talking about there was inside of B. You had one player here outside of B. You had one player inside of the site who's going to be planting that thing. Of course, he's going to plant it so he's not seen wherever he decides to plant it. Then you had another player who was watching from one of these vantage points. He didn't know which one, but he knew it was one of these. So what he could have done, instead of continuing to try to shoot the bomb player, as the player was planting, you had a situation where it was a one-on-one. He could have moved out, shot this player, then gone after the bomb player. Instead, he went after the bomb player. Alright, and we have a save here from Ninjas in Pajamas, finally. Like the first save round we've had in this game. And they pushed it long just in case, rotated back. They're playing it like super standard here, which is weird. Usually on these pistol rounds, you try and set yourself up in sneaky positions. Get some easy frags. What does Faflaren expect to accomplish with the P2000 at that range? And here comes Forrest with the USP. Exist at middle. Here's a P250. Could get some frags with this. And just trying to engage them in an outright firefight, but when you got a P250, you're going against saving players. Probably not the right call. Counter terrorists are all over at B. Terrorists will be taking A. No, falling back. Faflaren making some noise here to try and force these players to move back and take B, and it looks like it is working. Terrorists are moving back to take B. That'll put them in the direct fire of Forrest. So, the positioning... Oh, what? Nice shot by Exist. He'll move to grab that AK-47. And it's up. He's got a gun. Now it's time for Faflaren to steal one, and he grabs himself a P2000. That's interesting. Oh, Exist. Looked like he almost had a little firefight there while we have Existence moving through T-spawn. Trying to hunt these players down. Faflaren getting ready to go for exit frags here. Unfortunately, gets outmaneuvered. Now just Exist left. Gonna try to survive and save this AK-47. May actually grab a frag off of Existence here. Exist versus Existence. And he sneaks by. Oh no! Existence moves back and takes out Exist. No save there for the Ninjas in Pajamas. And boom goes the dynamite. Another point for VeryGames, tying this thing up 4-4. It's all tied up. It's all even at this point. It's a very even map. A little bit T-sided. And we have another buy round, but unfortunately, Ninjas in Pajamas was not able to full buy. They've got Fomuses so that they could get those smokes. That was a weird smoke. And Faflaren did go for that pick. Oh, just missed it, but took some damage. That did not pay off. Smoke in the back, I'm not sure. I think that may be to allow counter-terrorists to jump through it in the back so that those players don't see them when they cross. Can't get a shot through the door. And Forrest is very far forward here. At middle, tons of terrorists trying to go for that headshot position on that boxer when a player from lower B tries to jump up and go short. And he's just waiting for it. Good flash. Existence moves forward and takes him down. Exist in position, though. Terrorists, they've taken mid control. They can go anywhere at this point. That is a defensive smoke by Exist, but allows them to move to short. Not able to shoot those players as they jump on an Xbox now. And counter-terrorists still being very passive. They have short, but Faflaren is now here, in position with this AWP. Going to be playing it from sight. Faflaren plays this from a different spot every time. A lot of times he runs forward and tries to get the pick. Oh, we got terrorists moving forward here. Freebird picks up a frag off of Existence very quickly. And look at this. All the terrorists just push through middle. We'll be doing a mid to B as the counter-terrorists push into B tunnels. That was a very smart move by VeryGames. And now counter-terrorists have to move to retake 2 versus 2. And we have a smoke down that'll prevent these players from moving in. Bomb has been planted. Let's see if they're going to wait for this smoke to clear and then try to do the take. That was an interesting flash. I don't think that player is going to go for the hit there. That would be Shocks. I'm not sure why he threw that flash. You're usually going to throw that flash when you think the counter-terrorists are getting ready to push in. You could actually push out yourself and grab a frag. We'll be trying to do the retake here. Faflaren grabs an AK-47. Oh, he goes down. Get right. Thinks there's a player hiding there on top of the bomb, and unfortunately he goes down. NBK with a great hold-off there. And now VeryGames takes the lead here for the first time in this game. And we'll have another save here from Ninjas in Pajamas. Looking bad for VeryGames. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a pause here because Get Right did disconnect. Alright, looks like they are going to be resuming here. Get Right's back in the game. Technical difficulties, unfortunately, that happens at this level. A lot of times, I don't know if this is the case, it's because of the equipment that they're using at the tournament. Not up to par. They're all playing on the same systems. And sometimes those systems are not very good. You know, when you think you have a $250,000 prize pool, you have the biggest Counter-Strike tournament of all time, the most viewers of all time for anything Counter-Strike, you'd think they'd get some proper rigs that could handle the game. But a lot of times it is the sponsors who provide them, so you just kind of have to use what they have. And it just leads to low FPS, which may have been the reason why Get Right left. Could have been a restart. I don't know, though. Maybe I had to go to the bathroom. Who knows? And we are now back in this game, though, and VeryGames, probably most likely, barring an act of God, will take another point here on this round. They now have position inside of A, counter-terrorists. Saying, okay, if they try to go B, we may pick up a frag. If they try to go long, we may pick up a frag. But they went short. So good game sense by VeryGame, figuring out where these guys are. Oh, no! Well, that had to hurt. There's NBK mowing down the poor, saving helpless, defenseless players. And now it is Existence's turn to take out the last one. There's Freebird. Going to be going short A. No, going to be going long. And smoke will clear. Could try to go for those exit frags. This is a position that's kind of terrible because there's nothing that Freebird can really do. He can live. I mean, he doesn't want to live. There's no reason to. He has no reason to live! So you might as well just run out there and die. Try to grab a frag. Let's see what happens. Steal a weapon. And we have exit frags. Oh, he lets that player go by. He knows they're in pit. He's just going to run in there and go, surprise! Oh, and he grabs the frag! Freebird takes 2 of them down. That was lovely. That is huge. That takes a bunch of money out of VeryGames' pockets there. They've lined their pockets with cash. They have tons of money. We'll be able to buy for rounds to come. But we have another buy here from Ninjas in Pajamas. Saving will allow him to buy. Faflaren going for the pick here at short, doing a fast cat. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, there's the head. Oh, and he misses it again. Faflaren misses another shot. Oh, he's gotten in such great positions to grab those frags, but was not able to connect it at the last second. And terrorists have mid control now. Set up where they can go anywhere. They had a player over at B, so maybe thinking about going B. And it's going to be Scream. And here they are now at middle. Let's see where they're going to be trying to go. Oh, one player trying to pick at short. But Faflaren gets the shot and AWP versus AWP there and takes out Smith Z. Now it's Existence's turn. It's dangerous, though. Do not want to go up against an AWPer. Look at this vantage point. And will he pick? We actually have one player at long getting ready to pick. That is going to be NBK. There are 2 players inside of the pit, though, so this will probably spell disaster for poor NBK. See, get right there inside of the pit as well as Exist. Oh, and here comes Existence. Will be smoking. Could be jumping into CT here. That's the Ninjas in Pajamas strategy. And Existence gets by. NBK does play out the player pit, but I didn't know about Exist who was in there. And Existence does get the frag. Terrace will have position inside of A. Existence now moving up at long A as they try to plant this bomb. Did see them go by, and Shocks grabs the last frag. Very nice round from VeryGames there. A good take on bomb site A. Didn't even have to plant that bomb. Good rotates from Ninjas in Pajamas. If a team doesn't even get a bomb plant, it's generally because CTs are definitely like on point. Oh no, here we go. Ninjas in Pajamas. Blue shell effect is helping them buy here, but they are going to be doing a full FAMAS buy. We got 5 FAMASes on the field. There's a fallacy of FAMAS. This has hurt a lot of teams. They're going for a win here on a round where they should be saving. Stacking at B. They're playing rock, paper, scissors here, trying to anticipate VeryGames' movements and just figure out what they're going to be trying to do and do a strategy that's good to counter it. Oh no, but Scream with the one-hit headshots is taking them down here at B. Oh, good spray through that smoke. And it looked like he was getting ready to just charge there. Counter Terrace rotating to take position there at B. Flare in position to try and see in case they try to go short, to know if they're rotating back to A side, which it looks like they are doing. And Existence moving back as well. Get right now inside of CT spawn. Terrace just waiting, biding their time before they decide to do their strategy. Now is the time for them to push B, though. They've waited a long time, made it seem like they're going A. There's nobody in B, though. All of the Ninjas in Pajamas have rotated over to A. This is the time for them to say, okay, what intel do I have? We've heard nothing. They could be just walking around being quiet. Or this could be the chance to move B, and they make the wrong call. We'll be taking bomb site A. So we got 3 FAMASing players waiting for this push here. Now they know. Now they can actually go B. That they know where these players are. There's the Molotov forcing Get right out, and he does go down to an AWP. And just for flaring left, 1 player. Probably not going to happen. Smith Z getting in position to grab the frag, and he does with the pistol. Another good round there from VeryGames. 8 points now to 4, leading the Ninjas in Pajamas. And remember, I said 8 points is what they want to get here on T side. They just met their quota. That is huge. Now every other round here is gravy. And we have another save here from Ninjas in Pajamas, so it's probably going to be another round. So there we go, the fallacy of FAMAS not helping out. It is a wonder why teams try to do that. I've yet to see it work out. I've yet to see that full FAMAS buy against a full buying team actually work. Alright, Scream now. Trying to pick players in case they're at the little headshot spots. And VeryGames have been playing a very passive C team. We haven't seen defensive smokes from Ninjas in Pajamas. We also haven't seen offensive smokes, which is interesting. Good shot by Existence. Normally on Dust2 is unique to the other maps because terrorists have the smokes. The smoke control is all on the terrorist. Map control goes to the terrorist right at the start of the game. And normally on maps, counter-terrorists throw down defensive smokes to prevent players from pushing at sites. The only place to really do that here is like at B. You can do it at long if you so feel. But normally on this map, terrorists throw the smokes and CTs can figure out what they're doing based on it. VeryGames hasn't really been throwing a lot of those. Okay, here's a mid to B smoke. This says we're going mid to B, and a lot of times players will fake and go short with this, but instead they will be going mid to B. Look at this, all of them. 1 player inside of the smoke, good spray down there. Actually, will be Smith Z picking up that frag. And terrorists take B. And another point here. Scream, looking around, seeing where these players are rotating. And that had to hurt. Now just going to be Exist left. And here's Shocks to deal with it. I don't know where he's looking. He's shooting where the player was. That was interesting. And Smith Z picks up the last frag. I think Smith Z's been doing great this game. Yeah, look at that. 13 frags already. 2 rounds left on the half. Smith Z's been doing great. Grabbing a lot of AWP frags. Okay, here we go. Ninjas in Pajamas, Blue Shell Effect, and Saving will give them a crazy buy here. We have 2 AWPs and an Auto Sniper, 3 scoped weapons. This is unique. So, we have 4. Oh, what? No! Last 2 rounds left in the half, and VeryGames will be doing the full buy on the Auto Sniper, spraying through the middle, and that is because they will be able to buy next round as well. If they have so much money at this point, they can afford to all buy Auto Snipers, spray through middle as the players tried to cross. Forrest is actually dead. And then just drop those Auto Snipers, grab their normal weapons, and keep going. And they can actually do it next round as well. VeryGames, that's how you know a team is so far ahead in the money. They can just buy a weapon, use it for a few seconds, throw it on the ground, and just be done with it. Especially a weapon as expensive as that Auto Sniper. So we didn't get to see what Ninjas in Pajamas was doing with his 2-op auto strategy here. We got Exist with the auto add long. Exist is sort of like secondary AWPer on this team. You have the first AWPer, Get Right, then Exist usually plays secondary AWP. Forrest and Faflaren both are, auto. Exist as secondary auto, Get Right as first auto. Faflaren and Forrest both AWPers. On this map, Faflaren is primary AWPer, Forrest is secondary. Oh! Oh, no! And a twitchy body to boot. Now Exist has got to hold it off, but the power of the Auto Sniper, not powerful enough. So all the scoped weapons are down. Get Right grabs an AWP, though, to save for next round. Check out that money on these. Oh, no. Counter-terrorists are very low. They won't have a lot of money for next round. They will have to buy, though. Get Right did not get that frag. There's no reason for Ninjas in Pajamas to go for the frags at this point. VeryGames is so far ahead economically, and they should know that based on the Auto Sniper craziness that was going on. So I guess Get Right here is just padding his the personal stats. Oh no, that is not what you want to happen. Another charge with the P2000 there from Get Right, and oh no, what is able to take out Existence there? Looked like Existence was about to happen, and guess what? Get Right just got a 4 frag on a round that he was saving. Wow, sniped all the VeryGames players, but VeryGames is not going to hurt them at all. They will be able to buy, and we'll even have more autos here. I think Existence just going to be using this thing through middle at the start. Yeah, and they're throwing the way. Yeah, look at that. They're doing it again. Here we go. Oh, they're actually opping this time. Look at this. 3 ops, 1 auto. All of them through the middle. This is not where you want to cross. Oh, 1 player crosses, but they don't really hit him. Forrest down to 69 health. And we actually have 2 pharmacists here for these counter-terrorists. So, VeryGames, so much money, able to do that crazy strat twice. Wow. Alright, now we move into the part of the game where terrorists decide where to go, what to take. And let's check out Ninja in Pajamas doing 2-1-2. Actually, do not have 2 players at long. Faflaren, though, at long, holding it by himself, does grab the frag off of NBK. Then rotate back in case they're pushing at short. Terrorists have middle. Where's the smoke? And there is a flash. Hits his teammate. Oh, we have a very nice hold off here at short. 2 players. Get Right and Exist. This looks like a good round here for Ninjas in Pajamas. Put themselves at 5 points and keep themselves in this game. Keep in mind, though, it's just game 1 of 3. Even if they lose this thing, there's still a chance. And there's the hold off. We'll be grabbing this last point there. Forrest with the USP for the last frag. And that'll put them at 5 points here. When VeryGames leading at 10 points is going to be ahead. But we now move on to the next round. And we'll see what happens when we return after the half. Starting the second half here. On Terra's side will be the Ninjas in Pajamas. VeryGames now has to put up the walls of defense. And, okay, fight fire with fire. Start of the round, Ninjas in Pajamas spams through middle with the pistols. This allows VeryGames to be very aggressive, so that's actually a very dangerous thing to do. It allows counter-terrorists to get good position. Okay, so they did try to take short. They panicked, fell back through the defense. Oh, what? Can't believe that shot. NBK just took out Freeberg through that smoke. Counter Terrace now have a great shot to win this pistol round. This is a very important pistol round. Looks like Terrace will be taking the site. Just going to be Shocks to hold this thing off. And he does go down. Not probably going to happen with this retake. We have a P250 first round buy here. Terrace have position. One player inside of B tunnels. The other outside here. Get right, going to try and snipe him through the window. And just missed him. A little bit of a miss there. And he will go down. Now just going to be one player left. That is going to be NBK. But be careful, NBK is a mean shot. One of the best entry fraggers in this game. And he will be falling back. Got two great shots on VeryGames. Scream and NBK, both incredible good shots. Alright. And he will be saving on the pistol round, going for the exit frags. Oh, and he gets it! Does take out Forrest with an exit frag. Nice shot. Continuing to do this battle and gets the next one. Brilliant job by NBK, but they will have to save here. Will they do a armor P250? That is the question. Okay, Ninjas in Pajamas winning both pistol rounds. Normally you win the game when that happens, but they are behind. And it will be a... Wow, okay. Okay, so it will be armor P250. Some of them were a little bit slow on that. Counter Terrace will be buying and stacking A. Now is the time to push B. Just Scream to hold it off. He grabs a great shot off of Exist before going down. Terrace will be able to take that site. Nope. They fall back, and now Smith is in position. Who does not have armor and does not have a P250. Easy little squishy player. Could be dying at any second. Oh, 5-7 here on NBK. No helmet. But do you really need a helmet when you're going up against AK-47s? Look at the buy by Ninjas in Pajamas. AK-47s and Galils here, just to make sure, just because they know that VeryGames will be buying armor. It's the new game. We don't get to see a lot of the save weapons anymore, though, because of that. And, ow, going down. Terrace will be taking middle, moving to take bomb site B. So it's a mid to B. Here is Smith Z in position. Oh, what? Crazy shot by Get Right. That was so fast, we didn't even see it. All right. Ninjas in Pajamas now. Probably going to win this round as well, because we'll see another save here from VeryGames. That'll put them back into this game at 8 points to 10. But yeah, winning both pistol rounds generally means success. So this game has been a little bit strange in that respect. Ninjas in Pajamas just was not able to make anything happen. CT side against VeryGames. VeryGames playing very well in their pushes and grabbing those picks. Oh, Scream on a save round, long-range pistols, gets a brilliant headshot off of Get Right. Every little thing helps. Right now they're just playing the eco game. And interesting to note, they are using the P2000s instead of the USPs. Alright, we do have Terrace now. They've taken mid control. They've lost one player. They've traded with saving players. That's not what you want to do. And they're now getting ready to push at long A. And Forrest with the bomb will be picking. You don't really want to pick with the bomb player. Alright, Exist does take down Smith Z, and they will be planting that bomb. Counter Terrace. They need to jump up on Xbox, but Faflaren is waiting for him. Now he's let them jump up there, and they will be going around. Oh, here he comes. Oh, good ducking there, but he just ran out of ducks. How is Existence continuing to duck like that? There's supposed to be something that makes it so you can't continuously duck. Sort of like a stamina. An invisible stamina for ducking. Oh, what? How did Shocks get that shot? That was crazy. Through the smoke, taken down for Flarin. And here comes Forrest. Running through the smoke. He thought a player ran past him, but he did not. Oh, jumping headshot, AK-47. I'm getting way too excited about killing saving players, but a very nice. That was a good pistol round from VeryGames. They actually almost won that thing. And Terrace, they killed 2 of them, and they had 3 of them very low. So that could have gone either way, which is huge. VeryGames is just on their game. All right, we have a buy versus buy. Get Right, just getting that AK-47 at the last second. Throwing the smokes down to make sure they don't get hit through middle. Both teams have smokes. Both teams don't want to make anything happen at middle. Both teams playing passive, so it's going to be a long round. And Terrorists set up to do a split A. They've got 3 players to go long, 2 to go short A. Here is Shocks in an unconventional position, waiting for them to push. If he gets in trouble, he can drop down inside of the pit. Normally, players going to play inside of the pit, though. Oh, he's moving forward now. He's getting inside of the pit. Terrace will be pushing here any second. Leaves himself exposed there for a second to throw that flashbang. That was the second that if the Terrace did try to peek and grab that frag, they would have taken him down. All right. Terrace will be continuing. Will be going through with this split A. 3 players now at long already. Doesn't look like Counter Terrorists are aware of this. Scream gets shot in the back as he's falling back. Terrorists take long A. Here is Forrest now. You have 1 player still that's actually inside of CT spawn. Forrest holding down short. Terrorists have the site completely down. And just going to be Existence left. Going to be saving this thing, trying to run away. And a very nice... That's a classic A tank there from the Ninjas in Pajamas. 3 players go long. 2 players go short. That is absolutely classic. Not much more to it than that. Nice job. They smoked out mid, of course. That's the smoke you throw. Another smoke is right here, which they didn't have to throw, really. And that's pretty much it. It was very simple. Straightforward. Got the point. It's a strong strategy. Okay, Get Right is actually just timed out once again, so we will resume when he is back. Get Right has returned. And the game will commence here, and it will be a bye versus bye. There's your scoreboard there. Round number 5. Actually, Counter Terrorists will be saving just Existence with a weapon here. We do have armor on Shocks and Scream. That's a very big expense for this save round here from VeryGames. Maybe doing that to just try to grab a few frags, even up the economy. Either way, though, this will probably be another point for Ninjas in Pajamas, putting them even at 10-10. VeryGames losing their lead. Not able to hold off the offense here of Ninjas in Pajamas at all. Alright, Terrorists do have position at mid. Could be going anywhere. They got that bomb down. Just going for picks. Simple, easy, slow round. Don't make any mistakes. And Forrest going for the picks here at short. He's got 1 player up inside of the site. NBK down there at the elevator. And moving into the site. Nothing to fear. No Counter Terrorists hiding around that corner. It's safe. Don't worry, Forrest. And there he is, but they do smoke him out, and Existence does go down. Terrorists take the site. Counter Terrorists move to retake, but that will be a bloodbath for them. Oh, here they come at short A, boosting Exist up so that he can see that player. Scream doing a little ducking shoot thing, and wow, Scream and Smith Z able to take them down. Now a 3 versus 3 retake, it's all evened up. Now 2 versus 3, 1 player moves at long A. This just changed dramatically. Now Forrest has got to hold this thing off. 1 versus 3, all 3 are very low. He's just got to tap him in the chest. Just 3 little taps, and he's got it. And Counter Terrorists do not have enough time to defuse that bomb. They will be pulling back. Oh, will he live? No! Forrest goes down. VeryGames on a save round. Executes 3. I mean, all 5 of them. Takes down all 5 of Ninjas in Pajamas. And then picks up 2 weapons. That was a perfect save round from VeryGames. Absolutely perfect. Well, it was perfect. It could be without winning. But, you know what I mean. Now going to be tied up 10-10. Ninjas in Pajamas pushes themselves back into this game. VeryGames will be buying this round. Existence with the auto sniper. We're going to be doing 3 players long, then they'll pull back. This is very standard. Ooh, they're spraying it. And Terrorists are going to be pushing out here. Faflaren gets a position. He has visual position, so if a player peeks there, he's got the defensive advantage. It is going to be a LAN tournament, of course, so their defensive advantage does help. And Faflaren picks off the frag. Look at this. Playing with the AK-47, doing a great job there at long. Allows his team to get that win. Existence here is 7 health, 1 versus 4. Probably not going to happen, and another point goes to Ninjas in Pajamas coming back. They have been playing a great job, Terrorist side. Man, one player is at car existence, not aware of that. And VeryGames does take him down. Wow, Ninjas in Pajamas doing so good here second half. They just won 6 rounds in a row. Alright, VeryGames will be buying again. Here they go. Unfortunately, Existence has to have the FAMAS, and Smith C spends the money on an AWP. May have bought a little bit differently to avoid that. They really do want to have an AWP here. Smith Z is going to be... He's a great AWPer. One of the best Counter-Strike Global Defensive AWPers. Currently. Keep in mind, folks, nostalgia setting in. This is going to be the last time you will see Ninjas in Pajamas versus VeryGames, because VeryGames is no more. At the end of this year, they're done. The players may continue playing under a different team, but they won't be VeryGames. We've seen a lot of Ninjas in Pajamas versus VeryGames matches. They're always the best matches in the game. This was the most anticipated match of the tournament here. This was it. And it's the last time. Alright, Terrorists look like they're getting ready to push at short. Counter-Terrorists are holding it off. NBK out front. And there's the frag. Taking out VeryGames, looks down to avoid the flash. Scream now moving into position to help with this hold off. But Forrest, oh, Scream gets by. Now inside of the site. Takes down Forrest. 2 players still up. We do have Get Right moving in from the back. Got players inside of the smokes there. He's trying to get vision of them. There's one. This strategy is all reliant on Get Right, but he does go down. It allows Terrace to push out, though. 2 versus 2. Trying to take this site. Now just going to be Smith Z left with that off, and he goes down to Faflaren, who grabs a 3 frag. Great round by Ninjas in Pajamas with 3 seconds left. They didn't have enough time to plant the bomb. Wow, that was incredible. Ninjas in Pajamas took that thing with a split A. It all relied on Get Right at long A, trying to get us around on them. Counter-Terrorists not even watching at long. Allowed Get Right to get in there. And VeryGames will be doing 3 FAMASes here. Another round that Ninjas in Pajamas has a great chance of winning. They are coming back into this game. Oh, there's the nade stack. They don't have any smokes, though, to hold this off here at B. Terrace could have just charged in there. And Terrace will be playing passive. Waiting for those smokes, but there are none. There's only 2 smokes here, and CTs haven't thrown them yet. They're up on Scream. Oh, never mind. That smoke's gone. And there it goes. Smoke was thrown down. Not sure where it was. I think it was at middle. And Smith Z tries to push here at B. Terrace now looks like they're getting ready to take B. Counter-Terrace move and take position middle so they can go to either site. Then they rotate 1 player into B. Ninjas in Pajamas still hasn't even grabbed the bomb yet. Oh, this is VeryGames loves to jump into CT spawn here. Check and make sure there's no Counter-Terrorist inside of the site. And Exist easily picks down NBK, who was inside of elevator. They will be planting this bomb. 2 CTs left. Probably not going to happen. Both of them have FAMASes, and they are going for it, though. Oh, they seem to know that Shox is in that smoke. They do hit him a few times. Not sure how they're able to get vision on him in that smoke. That's really strange. And Ninjas in Pajamas takes another point, puts themselves at 13. VeryGames at 10. Not able to win a single point on this half. They are falling apart here. CT side. Dust2. And this was a map I think that VeryGames had a great chance of winning. Oh, and here they go again. More FAMASes. We got another fallacy of FAMAS here. This time it is going to be VeryGames. 4 FAMAS and 1 M4. Going to be buying, going for that point. Using that blue shell effect to get a buy. Normally, blue shell effect is only going to help terrorists buy each time because the AK-47 is much cheaper than the M4. However, you can buy FAMAS every round with a blue shell effect. Counter-terrorists not even buying helmets. They don't need helmets though. AK-47 is of course a one-hit kill to the head. Smart economic decision by VeryGames. you know that they're hurt for cash. That means that Ninjas in Pajamas could pistol VeryGames in the face, but why would they do that when they have the AK-47? Alright, so we have Existence here, watching at short, getting ready to throw defensive smoke. Waiting for that timing. 50 seconds left. Terrorists are smoking into the site, flashing into the site, so he says, okay, I'm going to throw all my stuff and hold him off. 43 seconds. Terrorists have to make a move pretty soon. Shox is in the sneaky position, and we have Terrorists all getting ready to push long. Shox could catch them off guard. And Freebush doesn't look at the position, takes down 2 players, takes the time to reload. They do not push him, still in position, and now he goes down. Terrorists do have position at long. This FAMA strategy looking like it might work. Terrorists now getting ready to take bomb site A. Counter Terrorists not watching the cross, instead try to go short A. They could have watched that cross because they knew that the bomb was at long and was not able to plant. Instead, and look at that, they would have been able to watch the cross. It didn't even matter. Those Smithsy runs in there with the FAMAs and takes down 3 players. A great round there from VeryGames. I'm sorry I doubted you on that buy, on that economic decision to go for those FAMASs. And they now will be buying on this round, but Ninjas in Pajamas has got some money in the bank. They will be able to buy as well. And moving to the next round here. VeryGames takes their first point here on CT side. There's the smoke middle. They're sending a few players here at B pretty quickly. Probably not going to move out there. There's that defensive smoke. We still have 3 FAMASs up here on the counter-terrorists. They do not have the money yet to upgrade. Will not be spending it. And terrorists taking position middle. They can go anywhere. Looking like they're getting ready to go at short A, though. Counter-terrorists doing a 2-1-2. 1 player at long, 1 player at A, 1 player mid, and 2 inside of B. They're playing very B strong. Normally, I mean, it looks like the game has really changed here on how you hold off CT side. Based on how Ninjas in Pajamas and VeryGames are playing it. They're both putting 2 players at B and preventing a very heavy B push. Okay, here comes Ninjas in Pajamas at short. Getting ready to push out here again, and they will be trying to do a bomb site take. As short. Sorry if you got dizzy there. We're getting into position for this thing. Lots of flashes and smokes coming out here. Existence inside of the site trying to get a vantage point. Good shot with that FAMAS. Does take that player down. Terrorists not able to make much happen. And Faflaren forced to pull back. So Terrorists were not able to take that site. Oh, they're still pushing here. They're still going for it. 2 versus 5. Can they do it? 20 seconds left. Bomb is still up. And they both go down. Wow. Oh my. I am sorry I doubted the FAMAS. Goodness. VeryGames using that thing to take down the Ninjas in Pajamas, putting themselves at 12 points, coming back into this game 1 more point, and they will be able to tie themselves once again with the Ninjas in Pajamas. This game has been back and forth. It has been a great game thus far. But we're coming up to the end here. Only a few rounds left. Alright, and 3 players at long, 2 players at B. By VeryGames, and they'll rotate those 2 players back at long. One of them to go CT. That's going to be NBK. And Existence inside of A site to hold off short. A lot of times teams will leave short exposed. VeryGames is playing it very safe. Putting 2 players B is very strong, just in case it's a B push, just in case it's a push. What they're leaving exposed is long A. And they're using those defensive smokes to delay just as long as possible. Ninjas in Pajamas wasn't doing that as much. Ninjas in Pajamas getting ready to push at short once again. So here's Existence, who's in position to hold this off. So they aren't leaving short exposed. They have a player here. They have a player. It's going to be NBK, who can rotate very quickly and shoot them from CT spawn. Oh, that nade might be great. That nade takes them down. Does the equivalent damage of a whole frag. Terrorist now pushing at short A. Existence trying to hold it off, trying to delay to allow his team time to get in here. Great headshot by Existence. And this is a scary position to be with. You've got the whole team to contend with. Another frag. And now just Forrest left there. Faflaren moving into position to help as well. Takes down Forrest. Could we see an ace here from Existence? 2 players left. Definitely set his team up for the win here. And Scream takes out Gidright, so no ace. Oh, he goes down. Just going to be Faflaren left. Have to ace for the win, and he will go down to another FAMA shot there by Shox. And that'll tie it all up. 13-13 here. Ninjas in Pajamas against VeryGames, all tied up. First game has already been epic. And we got the auto sniper here on Existence. Shock's continuing to use this FAMAS. There he goes. Oh, we do have... Oh, yes, he will be continuing to use this FAMAS. VeryGames has been taking good control of their economy, not buying anything that they don't have to, making sure that they can buy on those critical rounds in the endgame. And Ninjas in Pajamas, looks like they're a little bit scared. They're playing this super passive. Look at this. Not even pushing out anywhere, just now trying to take mid. Now they clear short. They have players at lower B. There's a vantage where you can see short. As soon as they check and make sure there's nobody lying in wait at short, that'll allow the terrorists at mid to move forward. And that is how you take mid control. A lot of times you'll smoke out middle when you try to take mid control. They're not going to be doing that despite having 4 smokes. They could have definitely used a smoke for that. NBK was in position to try to grab those frags there. Instead, they left Exist to go for that frag. You can see why I get those 2 names mixed up every once in a while. And Exist takes out NBK, so it definitely worked out. NBK did move out and try to go for those players who were rotating to short. And Exist, who they put in that position, took him down. And it worked out perfectly. And Ninjas in Pajamas now has mid control and will be going short. They've done this nearly every round. Here comes the auto sniper. Mow down there. If a Flaren grabs a frag at long, this will allow terrorists position inside of A, leaving poor Get Right lying behind to grab the rotators. Always leave Get Right to get the rotators. And it will be a save here from VeryGames, giving this points to Ninjas in Pajamas so that they can buy on the next round. Check out their money. They're a little bit low. Scream can buy for a teammate, though. They might have to have FAMASes. Probably not going to buy helmets. Another round where they're just a little bit strapped for cash. And they will be saving. Get Right, not being too greedy, not running in there, guns blazing, going for frags. Cheris just playing in the passive. Interesting that Get Right knows that they're in B. He leaves himself exposed to the common save position, which is up there inside of T spawn. Get Right just leaves his back to it that whole time. So he knew they were inside of B, and he didn't go for the frags. And that is because they are very close on money. Look at the money. They are both teams are very low. A loss may constitute a save. VeryGames is able to buy this round, and it's actually as a full buy. They're able to get everything that they would want. No helmets. Smith Z going for the frag. Does see that player. He knows he's there. Oh! Wasn't able to get it down before that smoke went down. That player to leave had to put himself in the vantage point of Smith Z, so he almost was able to grab that frag if that smoke didn't go down. Alright, VeryGames once again, playing it passive as well. Got one player on the left side of mid to go B in case they try to do a B take. But Ninjas in Pajamas has been doing the same strategy every time. This time it's a little bit different setup. They have Exist back inside of the site. And Forrest going for picks at short. Interesting pre-shoots there to take out a player at that box. Didn't even look at the little cubby area. And we actually had, we had Existence push forward at short just in case to see him. Terrorists move out at long A. Existence trying to hold him off. Gives himself away. They know he's at car. And he does go down. And he just showed himself just a little bit too much and throwing those nades. Gave away his position. Terrorists are able to cross here. Good avoiding flashes there by Scream. That was some very good turns to know when those flashes were going to go off. Oh, they're going to utilize the elevator. No, just Smith Z left. 1 versus 3 with the off. And Forrest jumps down and goes for the frag courageously. And that puts Ninjas in Pajamas at match point and VeryGames very low on money. They're going to have to buy whatever they can. Armor and P250 for this last round against the Ninjas in Pajamas, who is now set themselves up for the win and push this thing into game number 2. They can't buy much at all. They have armor, P250 once again, but this time the whole game relies on this armor, P250 against full buying, full nades, full flashes, full smokes, terrorists. And Ninjas in Pajamas playing it safe once again, trying to take mid control. Here's Exist to look at short. This is that strategy they were doing before. Now Exist will allow them to go short by watching middle. but actually looked like they had 2 players waiting for them to jump up on Xbox. Now doing the mid to B smoke because they took out both of the mids players. NBK rotates and grabs Forest. 1 player still inside of T spawn. Counter Mahiris move to retake this thing. Gatorade puts himself in a frag position. Almost looked like Terrace or Counter Terrace were able to do it. Now just Shocks left. 1 versus 4 with the P250. Valiantly charges forward, but it's not going to happen. Ninjas in Pajamas takes that thing 16-13. Very close game. It all came down to those last few rounds there. Ninjas in Pajamas takes game number 1. We'll move on to game number 2. Thank you folks very much for watching. I am the War Owl. And yes, I did this game because you guys asked for it. It was the most requested game for me to cast for you guys from DreamHack, and I still have no closer.